Good news for inhabitants of Elsibar. Work has already begun on cleaning and clearing vegetation in the unpaved area. This was a problem that was bothering the residents of this sector.
This is how the street of Elsibar look like because of the cleaning that are being developed after the request of residents of the sector who in past days made known their dissatisfaction regarding the condition of the road that give access to the houses located in the surrounding of the unpaved street. The infrastructure secretary points out that after cleaning the road, work will be done on the profiling of the road.
We started the first work in the Elsibar, which was with the issue of undergrowth, removing the bushes that were growing in the place and then starting the work of leveling and profiling the existing road. The work continues today and then we will be taking a filler material to level and compact to leave the road completely transitable.
According to the secretary, the work currently being carried out is to open the street, since previously the plants and trees that grew on the side make it narrower. This did not allow the passage of vehicles. Thanks to the work, residents have better access to the neighborhood.
70 co-researcher teachers were trained and certified in the ONDAS program on the island of San Andres. This was done taking into account the importance of their role within the program, for they perform a pedagogical meditation of the whole process with the students in each research group.
With 12 hours of certified intensity, 70 ONDAS teachers were trained. The training was carried out through 3 key moments. 3 hours of workshop, personalized advice with each teacher and the development of individual tasks to complete the 12 hours of training certification. These pedagogical activities were an important input to improve the strategies that are not only applied to ONDAS students, but to the entire educational community, so that scientific appropriation is present in a more natural way. Within the framework of the day, the details of the next regional meeting of the ONDAS on the island were finalized, which is scheduled for the 2nd of November of 2022.
We have 67 groups in San Andres Island, and there are some groups with 2 or 3 teachers taking part in the exercise, which brings us closer to 60 teachers here on the island, and the rest are from Providence. It is to clarify what has to do with the roles of the advisor, which is why they are having a support in the institutions versus their role as co-investigator teachers, so that the learning process is generated in the appropriate way and they can make much better progress.
During the day, teachers were given a series of conceptual, pedagogical, and didactic orientation that allowed them to strengthen their mediation work with the research group. Likewise, learning detailed the role assumed by the line advisors as a co-investigator, and their important work is the research group. In all, Providence training will also be carried out for the 13 co-investigator teachers of the 13 research project of the Junin, Bombona, and Boyaca Educational Institution. The ONDAS program aims to promote in boys, girls, and young people an interest in research, as well as the development of aptitudes and skills that allow them to actively participate in a culture of science, technology, and innovation.
The Departmental Social State Enterprise, thinking about the welfare of users in the archipelago, will carry out the Road for a Healthy Return to School, while they will offer different services aimed at early childhood and adolescence to the members and affiliates of the Nueva EPS.
For 3 days, the Departmental Social State Enterprise will conduct the Route for a Health Return to School, so that children, youth, and adolescents go to the doctor and check their health status and thus determine their medical condition, so they can develop their academic activities without any difficulty.
The kids then return back to their activity at school with good health. Many times we see kids that they are improving in the studies, and we believe it's something that the kid don't want to study, or it's just the but many times it's a sickness or a pathology from the person itself. So we're inviting you to any one of the building of the hospital, San Luis, on the hill, or this section of Bight, for you to get the attendance.
The services that will be offered are the following.
We will having medical attendance, nurse attendance, nutrition, psychology, and this includes also for them to get their eye checked, their ears checked, so to guarantee that they don't have any sickness that will hinder them from studying the right way and improve. So we are inviting you from today until Saturday. On the hill and San Luis, it will be from 7 till 4 p.m. and on the building from the bike, it will be from 7 till 7 in the night.
And with the slogan, I am the smiling generation, the Secretariat of Health will hold its 4th Fluoride Varnish application campaign aimed at children between 1 and 17 years of age.
The Secretariat of Health, starting tomorrow and for 2 consecutive days, will carry out its 4th varnish application session for early childhood and adolescents, as reported by odontologist Jonathan Muñoz, who invites the population to go to the medical centers.
The fluoride application session will take place on the 14th and 15th. This works with the members of the Nueva EPS. They can go to the departmental hospital or to the health post on the hill. If they are Sanita, they should go to the 4th floor of the Aniro building in Credident. This invitation is addressed especially to children from 1 to 17 years old and pregnant mothers.
The official explains the importance of this event that will take place.
The importance of fluoride application is to reduce the incidence of cavities and prevent the appearance of cavities, since this can generate an oral health problem for children.
It is important to remember that the hours of attention will be from 8 in the morning until 12 noon and from 2 in the afternoon until 6 in the evening, and on Saturday it will be only half a day. The Secretariat of Health is committed to having a smiling generation.
And after the island was ranked number 2 in the top 5 most beautiful islands in Central and South America, according to 88.33% of votes in the Reader's Choice Awards 2022, the president of Cotelco gave his perspective of how such awards benefit the islands and their economy.
As a president of the island's hotel guide, Juan Carlos Osorio indicated that the international awards allow the archipelago to enter the radar of those visitors who routinely check which are the places with tourist recognition to decide where to travel for their vacations.
Undoubtedly, we are on the radar of tourism magazines worldwide and their experts, and we see how this distinction has just been made, which undoubtedly gives us an added value, because at the time of traveling, people look at the recognition that destinations have as an important option and recognition. It is an important endorsement that when making a decision, many users who want leisure will define it by this type of valuation that they have as a destination.
Finally, the hotelier indicated that this award contributes to the motivation to continue promoting the archipelago as a destination at the international level, emphasizing quality over quantity as a pillar to provide a good service that lifts the name of the islands high.
For us, this is to have another reason to continue presenting our archipelago and to be able to continue moving the internal product, which is clearly generated through tourism, and thus be able to make and develop the concept of making leisure a business, and all under the framework that we have been working in Cotelco, that quality is better than quantity, always with respect for sustainability, so that future generations can enjoy the island in better conditions than we are doing today.
In alliance with the Green Moon Festival, the cultural centers of the Bank of the Republic
Commemorating the Festival of the Caribbean, including the Green Moon, the Cultural Center of the Bank of the Republic is organizing a meeting to discuss the origins of the festival and how they have impacted the different cultures of the region. The event will have different guests knowledgeable on the subject to enrich the presentations that will be presented to the attendees.
We have one event that we program with the Green Moon Festival and also the Cultural Center of Cartagena. We want to talk about the Green Moon Festival and the Festival of Cartagena, too even important for the people from San Andres, for the music and how the original, how this kind of event impact to our society. So we planning to get here and 3 persons important to this event is Mr. Ken Francis, representing San Andres people and organization from the Green Moon. He's the director of the Green Moon Festival. And from Cartagena we got 2 persons, Angel Perea. Angel Perea is a person who knows plenty about music, and normally when this event they used to do it, normally he was the person who promote the 2 different events. So we want people from San Andres come and know about our festival, the importance for our people.
The idea of the event is for those present to tell their stories and record the impact it leaves on the cultures for current and future generations. The event will be held on October 14, starting at 4 p.m.
And now it's time for Sport News with Victor Fusalpa.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island, and this time from the Ginny Bay Basketball Coliseum, where Caribbean Storm is preparing for his following games. Looking to win their upcoming games, the Caribbean Storm basketball team is training in double shift at the Ginny Bay Coliseum. The teamwork as a whole has been bearing fruits and achieving its collective goals under the direction of its coach, Ivan Garcia. The delegate Alberto Mongo Sinclair spoke to us about Caribbean Storm upcoming matches and other details.
Well, the team is growing. It's a team that day by day we're working hard to affront this tournament with, which is we have a great responsibility. The team right now is in the 2nd position behind Titanes from Barranquilla. We all got like 3-game lose and 5-game win. The team is well preparing to receive Bucaros the Monday and Tuesday at 7:45. And then next Thursday and Friday we're playing against Corsarios de Cartagena. Follow that, the team will be leaving to traveling to Medellin to play the 24th and 25th, and then we'll receive the champion team to close the series. Well, and to close, I want to invite you all know, usually the 6th man is very important. The 6th man, we call it the fanatic, and we invite you all to come cheer and help Caribbean Storm to win all these games that left. No?
The results are coming along of the Caribbean team that expects the support of its 6-man defense, as stated by Mongo Sinclair. And on the other scenario, in baseball, we have a new champ. The Central team is crowned champ in the Summer League. The Central team was crowned champions of the Summer League tournament after beating the hard-fought San Luis team. The series ended 3-1 in favor of the team of Central. The tournament brought out stars such as Alan Navarro, who had a grand slam and was the most valuable player in one of the games. The foreigners and national players made important contributions in this summer league that showed a great level. League President Antonio de Armas was satisfied and told us the following.
Yes, I'm satisfied because we finished the tournament, a very good level, a high-level tournament, and I believe, any one of the team could win. Central win, but that is, we believe we have to keep on working, and for the next future event, correct all the mistakes I could I'll commit for the future events. This tournament, what they leave for the young youth is that they have the opportunity to play against players that is professional players, and they have the opportunity to develop the capacity of playing baseball, because they have the opportunity to play against professional players that have been in the MLB already. So this is a very important experience for them. Well, we're trying to start a tournament which is sub-16 would be farming a player of 14, 15, and 16 years for the future. As soon as possible, we will inaugurate that tournament.
This summer tournament was a great experience for the young players of the archipelago who learn a lot from professionals and foreign players such as Derwin Pumir and Giancarlos Calanche, among others, as stated by the Arias. And this will be all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalva, Teleislas News.
Thank you, Victor. With Sport News, we reach to the end of this broadcast. We see you tonight at 8 p.m. with more Teleislas News. Good afternoon.